Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your boy Ed with a really quick check-in. First of all, how's your week been going? And how's your weekend turning out? I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are protecting your energy. I hope you guys are protecting your peace. And I hope you guys are just loving on your family and your friends. And if you don't necessarily have those, I at least hope you're engaging in positive material. For instance, some really amazing podcasts that I love. I love Senator Nina Turner, Hello Somebody. I love Street Politicians with my son, The General, and Tamika Mallory. I love Laugh and Learn with Flame Monroe. Um, I love The Breakfast Club. They have a podcast. I love Kevin on Stage. Here's the Thing is the name of his podcast. Bakari Sellers is another podcast, and Kevin Hart's Comedy Gold Mines. I also love Just Hilarious, Reckless Conversations. But at any rate, outside of sharing those things with you, I just want to make sure that you're well and that you're taking care of yourself. But on to the point. Today's message is protecting your light. In protecting your light, you first have to understand what that light is. It is not a light bulb. I kind of used to think, because I'm a little slow sometimes, if y'all know, y'all know. I kind of thought of it, I likened it to like an illumination situation. Like, you have darkness, like as in nighttime, and then you walk around looking like a firefly. And I know I'm being sarcastic, but literally in a way, that's what I thought of when I considered illumination. When things illuminate or are illuminated, it's usually literally like the bulb or the sun, a headlight, a lamp, the flashlight on your phone. But that's not what that light is. I actually just recently discovered, probably about 2 weeks ago, because I actually noticed someone's light. It's more so a presence. And that presence comes from, I believe, an awareness of oneself, an awareness of one's passions and one's purpose, an awareness of things that a person dislikes, and things that a person stands on, their principles. And it is based on a foundation, oftentimes I'd like to believe, of truth and of love. And I just recognized recently in noticing that person's light, as I understood the light, begin to understand my own light. Um, it is the reason why I've had a lot of the pleasant conversations and encounters that I've had over the course of my life. People feel comfortable with me. People feel they can install within me a measure of trust. People, apparently are taken to my character, my personality. People can appreciate and respect the dignity with which I carry myself. Um, and I had to realize that that was to be protected. Because I never understood that, what we call light. Well, what is light? I think a lot of people now refer to as a person's energy. Um, I never knew how unguarded mine was. I was the type of person, just due to circumstance and situation, I just allowed anyone into my space because I'm just such a free spirited and free hearted, loving person. I don't mind giving a person an opportunity. I actually like to see the good in people. I actually like to believe that there is a piece of good somewhere in every person that is on this earth. That is my thought, and that is typically how I move and how I actually handle and respond to people. Because I really like to think that people generally are decent. I've come to realize that sadly, some people just aren't there. Some people don't know that they can be there. Some people just honestly don't care. They don't want to be there. That's okay because they don't have to be. But what I am now doing is learning how to protect my energy. And so for me, what that looks like is not allowing my voice to be silenced, not allowing any part of me to be dismissed or watered down or lowered or dimmed because it is deemed inappropriate and or offensive. That is not what I'm doing. I'm not going to do that. And so I realize in real life, real time, that is going to, again, it's going to offend people. People are going to continue to remove themselves from my life. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm okay with that, because I would rather be without you than to actually entertain you, knowing that you have an expectancy of me to wallow with you on the level that you're living on. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm way up here, because I'm really not. And when I'm talking about a level, it has absolutely nothing to do with the person's particular station in life. It has nothing to do with their status in life. It has nothing to do with any stuff. It has nothing to do with any accomplishments or achievements. It is all in here, and it is all in here. That's the level I'm talking about. Some people are really comfortable in their mess. And when truth is spoken, when light is presented to a dark situation, they will not mesh, because the two can't walk. They cannot walk together unless they agree, which is why I understand, as much as it pains me sometimes to be, if you will, quote unquote, introverted. On the other side of that, it's actually a blessing, because people nowadays, sadly, are weird. People are it's a lot of weirdos out here who get off on others' misery and misfortune and calamity. People actually find themselves finding joy in that, finding pleasure in that. Even if I don't rock with you and I don't care for you and you could be a villain to me, I'm not going to celebrate in your downfall, because that could just as easily be me. And I know I say it and I know it sounds good and I know it's easier said than done, but here's the question. What do I gain besides a temporary satisfaction of seeing another person suffer, even if that person wrongs me? What do I gain from that? That does not add to my life. It does not add to my mind. It does not increase my light. It does not expand my territory. And it does not enlarge my pocket. What do I gain from indulging in a person's suffering with joy and pleasure in my heart, on my lips, and in my face? How is that going to benefit me? And therefore, I strive not to be that person. I don't get off on that. I don't get off on that. I actually find myself, just having mercy upon a person. We don't give each other enough grace. We be so quick to dismiss and cut somebody off and be rude and nasty to somebody before we'll actually forgive and be patient with. Like, what is that about? I don't understand. And I don't think anyone can make me understand, because I don't think that's a thing for us to understand. I don't think it's supposed to be understood no more than it just is. That's one of them things I believe you just have to receive it, because it is what it is and it's going to be what it's going to be. But when it comes to my light, I fought hard to get here. I fought so hard to get here. And I've not been through everything in life. I've not been through the most stuff in life. I've not even been through the most horrific stuff in life. But it was horrific for me. It was the most for me. And because I fought hard, and by the grace of God, I'm still here with access to all my facilities and my mind, all my organs, everything works. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself blessed. I consider myself blessed because I made it through, not unscarred, but I made it through. And because I fought so hard to get here and then I actually got here, I'll be damned if I allow a naysayer or a person who is just stagnant in their life for whatever reason try to knock me off mine. Nope. Can't help you. Mm-mm. Because to reject a piece of me is to reject all of me. You can't pick and choose the parts of me that you want. You either receive me or you don't. And if you don't, it's okay. I'm not mad, because there comes times in life where you just understand what's for you and what's not. And everything ain't for me and I'm not for everything. And it's okay. That's to be understood, it's to be accepted, it's to be respected. And then you press forward, you keep moving in life, because you can't stop living just because a thing didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. Most things aren't going to work that way. Most things are going to go contrary to what you thought they were going to move in or how they were going to go. That is real life. So I have learned that I am worth it. I'm learning to protect my energy. That simply looks like to me um, minding the people that I'm around. And you have to ask these questions. I'm in this space now where if we're going to actually engage on a personal level, if you're going to, if I'm going to spend any time really just having conversation with you and fellowshipping with you and rocking with you, I need to understand what's your purpose, what's your motivation, what's your mission. You know what I'm saying? What is your intent? Because if you're just aimlessly wandering through life or you are stagnant and you just have no hope and you don't believe that there is hope and you're not even interested in trying to get up out the funk that you're in to find that hope, there is absolutely no reason why I'm going to allow my space to interact with your space. And I wish you well. I absolutely wish you well, but I can't afford that. If it is not going to serve a purpose in my life, if it's not going to, again, add to me, if it's not going to enlarge my territory, if it's not going to, add to my peace, if it's not going to add to my joy, if it's not going to add to my pocket, what is the point? What is the point? What is the point? So I share with you, be mindful. I know you've heard it often said a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Bad company corrupts good character. It does. Be very much so aware. Be aware. Don't be afraid, be aware. Because if you are aware, you can then make a conscious decision for yourself to whether or not you're going to allow that into your life. And then when it comes to people and their thoughts and, the isms of them and, dealing with them and how they going to feel and, holding up an image, why do you care what people think about you? I've learned to stop caring what others think of me because at the end of the day, I am not the best and I am not the best at it, but I damn sure ain't the worst. You know what I'm saying? I like me. And I know my purpose and my intention ultimately is honesty. My purpose and my intention ultimately is love. My purpose and intention ultimately is growth. It is evolution. You know what I'm saying? It is enhancing. It is encouraging. It is inspiring. It is aspiring. Those are the things that I attribute to myself. Those are the qualities that I attribute to myself. The traits, my characteristics. Those are the things that form my character. Those are the things that contribute to the dignity with which I carry myself. Those are the things that contribute to the confidence and the self-assuredness, not arrogance, that I actually walk in, that I exist in now. And because I fought hard to get there, no one is going to take me back. And no one is going to have me stuck spinning in place because the two are not the same. We are not going to, we're just not. That's just not going to work. I can't afford it. My pockets will never work for that. And I'm in this place where it's amazing to just be free. It's amazing to just be free. And if you're going to receive me, receive all of me. You know what I'm saying? And let that be a thing that we can work on. You know what I'm saying? Let that be a thing that can work on. I've been told, and hear this out. I've been actually told by two people that I was judgmental. I was actually told that I was judgmental. And I sat back and I asked for specific examples of why that person or persons, because again, it was two people that shared that with me. And there was an alluding to a situation, but never anything specifically given to me. But as the conversation wore on, if you listen to the context, you can understand the journey, right? And so the journey was there had been a situation presented. There had been things going on, and I simply shared my opinion from my personal experience. I shared my thoughts from my personal experience, and that actually was used against me to make me feel bad. But I realized that no. you're not trying to make me feel bad. You're actually trying to silence me because my truth disturbs your lie. My light disturbs your darkness. That's not my problem. That's the issue that you have to deal with. And when I say it like that, I'm going to be honest that those aren't my favorite words, but it's true. If my light disturbs your darkness, that is not my issue. That is something that is going on within you, and that's something that you have to deal with. So when I say it's not my problem, I don't mean to say that I just don't care. But at what point am I going to allow, my concern for your well-being and growth and desire for you to just become the best version of who you can be? At what point am I going to allow those things to not even at what point? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Because I'm sharing these things with you to help. I'm not accusing, I'm not pointing fingers, but because I stand in opposition to foolishness, to your foolishness. At what point did I become the bad guy? Because I'm not on your yes train. I'm not sure where they do that at, but definitely not around here. That's who I used to be. And when people used to know who you were, it's a funny thing dealing with them because they sometimes get stuck on the man and or woman that you used to be. You're not that person anymore. So when they speak to you, they really don't know you. They do not know you because they don't know the time that you've put in to not remain in that space that you were in. And if we can be honest, that space served you no more than gave you inspiration, wisdom, knowledge, and a lesson, message, and direction to get the hell up out of there. You're not there no more. And if people can't receive where you are, and if they can't respect where you're heading, then that is a person that, you may need to reconsider that relationship. And that's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So in protecting my light and understanding what it is, I fought hard to get here and I will fight harder to stay here. And anything that would impede my growth or stifle my voice is a thing that, I'm going to say sadly in some circumstances and joyfully in others, but they got to go. What the hell? What is we doing? What is we doing? And so that's just where I am. Protect your light. Don't let people's thoughts and or feelings and whatever else they got going on knock you off your path because you are living this life for you. You can't live for nobody else. This life that God gave you, you only get one of them on this side. So let's try to make it the best life that we can, understanding that He is still God, regardless of what this world say, what this world do, how this government runs, and how this government performs. God is still our King. He is still our King. And understand that there is no law against love. You are only under the law if you are living under the law. But if you've actually received that sacrifice, that blood sacrifice, you were ushered in through grace. And grace comes from love. And it's full of mercy and compassion and kindness and gentleness. And with love, there is no law. If people can understand that, because I know a lot of people came up in the church and for lack of a better term, and please hear me and don't judge me, but the church had people fucked up. Still got people fucked up. They do. They do. Because they think they know so much because they are used to a system of traditional carrying on. And for naught. I think the purpose of religion is to introduce you to relationship. And relationship is built because of your effort and your work. So if you're not putting that in, don't get mad at God. Be mad at yourself. Because you did it. God is who he is. Who are you? And who do you want to become? Who do you believe you can be? Because I really believe that you are somebody. But you got to believe you somebody. More than I do. You know. But at any rate, I'm going to let y'all go because we already 20 minutes in. I ain't trying to go that long. I wasn't trying to go that long. But I love y'all. And until next time, I hope the rest of your weekend is amazing. I do thank you for sticking in there with me. Guard your light. Protect your light. You know, you are worth it. I love you. I pray for you. And I believe in you. And I really believe we got this because God does. You see what I'm saying? So y'all be easy. You know, y'all tell me about your barbecue. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye.